Welcome back to another Fortnite video, and in this one, it is time to talk about the secret changes that were put up in the update a little bit ago. And I know it's been a bit of time since the update, but there is actually so many secret changes, like especially to the map and stuff like that, that we definitely need to go over. And I'm not talking about the things that changed with the cube event. Obviously, we know that Leaky Lake changed. I'm talking about a bunch of other changes around the map, as well those things that happen. Overall, it should be a very fun video, and if you guys enjoyed, be sure to hit that like button down below if you've been loving all these updates in Fortnite. And on top of that, since we got a new AR in game, be sure to comment which is your favorite. Do you like the heavy AR? Do you prefer the normal like Scar AR? Whatever it is, be sure to leave that comment down below. But yeah, guys, so this first one is actually a perfect way to start getting into some of these changes to the map, because it has to do with the corrupted zones. And I believe this changed with this update, but basically when you go to the corrupted zones now, you can actually see that they're getting like healed, so to say. They're not completely like grayed out like they were in the past before the cube event. They are now starting to have like grass. Was more so in this update, but since we obviously know that the cube restored Leaky Lake to like this pretty beautiful area, it's definitely having an effect on the rest of the map, which means that the corrupted zones are slowly going away. Now basically what I expect to happen from this is that we're going to not have corrupted zones next season. Was a part of that, and now it's sort of repairing the map, so to say. So that will lead us into something interesting.
I'm a glam be a glamour song. That's right. B. Be Shabaka.
Interesting, hopefully happening in season 7. And it's crazy to say that season 7 is like right around the corner. It's at least 3 weeks away. But yeah, guys, moving on to the next thing here. This has to do with one of the items that we just got recently, and I think you guys know what I'm talking about here, the balloons. Definitely a very interesting item. Like, I'm still unsure. Sometimes I love carrying them just because they're honestly, before they were dropping a ton. That wasn't exactly a bad thing. Again, they were fun to use, but they have been nerfed in that regard a little bit. So the specifics about these, like as for the drop rate of the balloons, they reduced it from the original spawn rate, which was 12.2%, which is definitely up there with a pretty high spawn rate, but it's been reduced down to 2.3%. So yeah, that is definitely why you're seeing less of them in game right now, and that's about like a fifth of the original drop rate, so it is quite a bit less. But moving on to the next one here, I actually want to show this one to you in game because it's a very interesting change to Paradise Palms over there. So like, yeah, as you can see here, we're going to go sort of over there, close kinda. But yes, this is a very interesting change to Paradise Palms, which hasn't gotten changed since they changed to it until today, where we've gotten this very interesting new area. And I guess there's actually those free vending machines over there. Didn't notice that before. But the thing I want to talk about today is this right here, which is the Keyboard King like PC gaming cafe, or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, this is definitely brand and you have to definitely new to Battle Royale, that is for sure. And you've also got the thing over here that says PC. But yeah, that's not the most interesting part. Once you go inside of here, it's also got the banner for the grand opening, so you for sure know it's new. And then you've got like this right here. We've never seen this before, which is like this RGB glowing dash. You've got it, like as for the loot, you got a spawn right there, an ammo box on this corner. And then the more interesting part is when you go upstairs. But yeah, it is for sure a PC cafe, because look at all of these PCs down there. You got the monitors up here. You got these crazy gaming chairs. Look at how cool they are. And then you've also got like the different colored keyboards around. And some cool animations on the monitors. You can like break all this stuff too for a decent amount of material. The countries and stuff like that where PC cafes are more common, so it's kind of like a thing for that. But either way, it's a very interesting area. Might want to check it out in game. Moving on here to the next one though, this one has to do with an in-game change, or more specifically, a slight change to one of the items, and actually a brand new item that we got, the heavy AR. That weapon that personally, I'm not really sure what I think about it yet. It's definitely very unique, but I don't know if it quite takes the place of the other ones I've been using. Either way though, you guys know that it drops in like rare, epic, and legendary, and it deals 44 damage, 46 damage, and 48 damage. Also has a 3.75 fire rate and a magazine size of 25. However, soon after this update I'm talking about specifically, the first of which has to do with the accuracy of it. So this was increased by 20% from what it was at the start. Now accuracy is a little bit confusing. We don't know like exactly what that means, but I would assume that it means something to do with the aiming reticle, that it probably gets like 20% smaller, so it is more accurate when you're aiming down the sights. And like I've noticed for sure, when you're like strafing recoil by 20%, again making it more accurate overall. But as for the recoil, it's more like it helps you in between shots, so it doesn't like bump up a crazy amount. So yeah, that is definitely pretty helpful and something to keep in mind. After that, however, we have to talk about another change on the map, which is so important. This is like the main story that I'm Greasy Grove. Okay, so maybe I was being a little bit sarcastic there, but this is actually a very funny thing that is happening at Greasy Grove. And we talked about some other changes happening at Greasy Grove in like Durr Burger and Pizza Pit in my previous changes video. If you don't remember, I'll go over the quick overview of what happened then, because more changes are happening to this area and like what is going on between these two fast food areas. So again, you can always check out that video for some other changes that happened then, but the quick overview is Burger, the restaurant shut down. If you look at the food truck, there was like this thing with bugs in it, this like container. And then if you look at Durr Burger, like the door of it, it was shut down because of there being bugs. And on the sign was the same bugs that Pizza Pit had in their little container. So they like sabotaged Durr Burger and got it shut down. Food truck, it is right outside of Durr Burger, right next to the Pizza Pit food truck, and they're like doing battle for customers and stuff like that. So yeah, as you can see right here, here's the Durr Burger food truck. It looks very cool, very, I wish this was real. I wish I could go and get a Durr Burger somewhere. And you know what? Comment down below, would you eat at a Durr Burger restaurant? I think I know I would. But yeah, it's got the big around here that are like really into this, food truck standoff. So it is very interesting to see. I'm curious like where this is going to go, because I guess Pizza Pit is out of commission ever since Tomato Temple. So who knows what will happen with this story, but we're gonna have to keep track of it. And then after that, guys, for a really quick change that I just want to confirm that the pumpkin launcher has now been returned to the normal rocket launcher. So it no longer has the pumpkin on the front, no longer has the Halloween designs to it, and no longer makes that creepy but kind of funny laugh when you fire it. So yeah, I'm going to miss it, but hopefully it comes back for next Halloween, and I guess we expected it to go away based on all of the other Halloween stuff that is no longer around. But yeah, hopefully we get something like the snowball launcher returning for Christmas, which is just around the corner. But After that, then, that you unlock through hunting party challenges. But yes, this is very interesting because obviously when we get these mystery skins from the battle pass, they have to do with the story a little bit. Now, we don't have a ton of information on that, and I'll probably make a separate video when we do get more information on who exactly AIM is and what he has to do with the story. But there is one really big clue that already showed up on the map, and this showed up really Stanny on Twitter for putting a tweet about this out. But if you go to Flush Factory, you will find this parachute on top of, Flush Factory. And yeah, this is definitely very interesting. Some people thought it was like a different battle bus balloon or something like that, but it is very clearly just a parachute. And there's more proof of that in just a sec here. But yeah, just take a look at this. The colors themselves and also the symbol on. As for the symbol on the parachute, that same symbol, or at least one that's really close to it, is on AIM's shoulders, as you can see. So that's like pretty much confirmation that this is AIM's parachute, but it kind of does, seem on par with the design that is on his pants. Again, the 3 and the 0. Once more, we don't quite know what that means yet. We're gonna have to make a separate video just like diving into what exactly AIM is. But yeah, on top of that, in case like an actual harness, which would be for a character to skydive down. And which character did we just get recently? That's right, the robot. So it would make sense that this is his parachute and this is how he got onto the map. Now again, that asks questions like why is he on the map and things like that, so we'll definitely have to talk about that again. But then for the final changes of this video, guys, got 2 more quick ones to go over in the doing 10 damage. So yeah, this change was made because people were taking like a ton of med kits into the final circles and just healing for like a very long time. So it makes sense that they would change it back, and it's probably going to stay like that for a while. Now on top of that, there's another change, which is that the nom sign has officially been rebuilt for the grocery store. And thanks to TimSat on Reddit for pointing this out. But yeah, it's not a news to the area near Risky Reels. As you can see, it's still on the map. And again, I don't know why it has cameras on it and a bunch of pipes on it. But yeah, then if you go back to the grocery store, the sign's there as well. So it's probably just a newly built sign, a newly replaced one. So that's why the other one is still near Risky Reels. But yeah, guys, that is going to be the final change I want to talk about. So if you enjoyed the 7 challenges guide, and then I'm sure you guys will enjoy. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this